What's up?
Got Big Mo the Boss, a.k.a. Devern Mosley.
Cheryl with the C. McCauley.
And just so I'll give him a quick shout out, Ariana Redding.
You butchered
And
it
then
already.
Mike Calhoun.
Midnight hour.
And the
that's
other,
the band
original
in the
band
house.
member here is
Edward Myers.
Edward Myers.
Third.
The third.
A third.
From the
Three.
Kinsman Dazz Band. There are two
And-
original members from the Kinsman Dazz Band.
And we also have Dazzle, one of their dancers, their main dancers, in the house with us tonight. The only dancer. How you feel about that? I'm ready to start the interview.
Right.
I love it. I love it.
You know what? But before we start the interview, I want to just talk about to Cleveland and people around the world and people on Black Planet Radio streaming with us right now. I mean, it's a wonderful thing to have a music legends here in the studio because it's rare that it happened in Cleveland, So the Midnight Hour is bringing you the Dazz Band and they music legends. And, I want y'all to hear some of their music, some of their newer music before we go into the interview real quick. So right now, they got a new track called Just Because. But before we bring it on the air, I want to give y'all an opportunity to talk about what inspired this particular song.
Well, this song is a wedding song. I wanted to write a song about, this is a wedding song about unions, civil unions. And any race, any creed, any color. But love is the key. And this is what this song is about. It's just because I love you and not sacrificing a relationship for the next thing that comes by. Be dedicated just because I love you.
Okay. Well, let's hear a
And
little
this
bit
lady
of
in
this
back
song.
of me inspired me, Barbara. She inspired me.
She did.
Yeah.
Well, he said it there, y'all. Barbara inspired him to make this song just because I love you, basically. So I'm gonna let America and Europe and worldwide, whoever listening, wherever y'all listening, hello Paris. Y'all been showing me a lot of love lately.
Arranged by Edward Myers III.
Right. Okay, arranged by Edward Myers III. We can't forget about Edward. You want to say something about this song real quick?
I really was inspired by this song because it's so beautiful. To me it was. I practice out in the park. Yeah. Because I like the surroundings and just practicing to the track. Just inspired me to write the beginning lines that you'll hear, and it was quite weird, and it just came to me, and I really felt good about it. And I was playing in the park. A lot of people, some people would come by, and count, tell me, that they really liked it, and so I think it's really great.
And I don't want to leave out a gentleman by the name of Bob Ivory. He co-wrote the music with me.
Yeah, I know Bob. I'm friends with him on
He's
Facebook.
A writer. He gave me the track to this, and I put the verses and stuff to it, and she inspired me for the words, and the rest is history.
All right, let's hear Cleveland, America, Europe, a little bit of the Kinsman Dazz Band, Just Because.
God bless the day that I found you. He spread love all around you. I want to be right by your side. For this love, I just cannot hide. Now that I realize what you mean in my life, I will not sacrifice. I will not sacrifice our love. Just because I love you. Just because I love you. Just because I love you. Just because
All right now.
Oh, yeah.
All right now, y'all. That's the Kinsman Dazz Band.
You can expect.
We looking at some video of the lead singer right now. Yeah, they got him going crazy, folks.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Y'all
He's
gotta
doing
look
his
out.
little-
Y'all gotta look out when they come to your
She about to
town.
leave. She about to lay down. I'm trying to tell you something. You see?
Yeah, he doing his
Oh
little.
Lord, don't do that to me. Don't you do
Gigolo
that to me,
dance, yeah,
Lord.
Right, right.
I'm about to say, you
Right,
sure
that's
he
right,
was?
that's
He didn't
right.
have his last career wasn't stripper. Never
He
know.
got his career now.
Okay, got
That's
you.
a sad
All right.
Trying to get away, you just
Right. I
She
tell
knows
y'all,
something.
man, it is an honor. It is an honor to be sitting here with a musical legendary musicians, Mike Calhoun, and the. I can't. I mean,
Edward
Myers.
Edward Myers, the third, and I'm gonna say that because I'm gonna remember
Think of
that.
Oscar Mayer.
Edward Myers the third. And you know what? You know what though, Edward? You can't be mad. I'm a computer engineer, so my brain slipped.
So does
My
mine.
brain slipped. I
I'm
ain't gonna lie.
57 and my brain slipped.
All right.
And I'm not
right.
a computer.
right. My brain slipped. I be trying to process too much at some time. But let's talk about y'all amazing career. I'm gonna let Miss McCulley over here with a C.
That's Cheryl with the C. Macaulay with an M.
You might want to pull one of them mics closer to Mr. Cal.
Yeah,
No, we cool.
I got a question for you. I really want to know, where did the name Kinsman Dazz, where did Dazz Band come from? Where did that come from?
Well, the truth of the matter is, the group Brick had a song called Dazz Disco Jazz, and this song was a hit in the Kinsman Grill where we practiced at on 130th in St. Clair, and Sonny Jones, our manager who owned the Kinsman Grill, suggested the group be called Kinsman because of the street and his club. So Bobby Harris suggested Dazz from the group Brick, and we said no, that's kind of a ripoff. But he says, well, let's just do it anyway. So I said, well,
Sounds like the business.
yeah. So I said, well, we got to have another twist to it. They're saying Dazz Disco Jazz, so let's say Dazz Danceable Jazz. And everybody in the band said, oh, okay, that's better. So we used it. Now in interviews that I see, Bobby came up with the idea and so on and so forth. But that's to be continued in the interview and on Unsung, but we'll talk about that. But that's where it came from. It came from Brick, the group Brick, and the song Dazz Disco Jazz. It did not come from us.
I remember dancing. I used to love that song.
Right,
too.
right.
used
We
to
were in the
rock it.
Kinsman Grill playing cover songs when that song was a hit on the radio. So there's no way that we came up with that idea.
Okay, right. All right.
So Edward, what do you recall back then? What brought about that name?
I recall nothing about that.
Wow.
Let's talk.
You know, I was busy. You know, I was coming through Cleveland with the Whispers,
Okay.
and Bobby, you know, wanted me to, you know, join the band and probably do something original. You know.
Yeah.
And so that was the reason I left San Francisco, you know, and came back after I got back. To San Francisco, I came back to Cleveland.
Yes.
My mom was here. I hadn't seen her in so long.
Yeah.
Because I got married in San Francisco and my life was there. You know?
Yeah.
I was working with the Whispers and I worked with Barry White.
Yeah.
And I was happy there.
Awesome.
I was just backing up people.
Yeah.
And I didn't like the idea of just being a backup musician. So it appealed to me. And it was home, and I could see my mom and my sister and everything. So I brought my family here to Cleveland, and I really didn't know anything about how the name was going to, it was Bell Telefunk.
Yeah, when he joined the band, we were Bell Telefunk.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Get out of here.
Yeah, you were Bell Telefunk. Then we shortened it to just Telefunk. And then Sonny Jones came with the Kinsman, and then Bobby took the Dazz off of it. And like I just told you.
Where did Bell come from? Ohio Bell?
Yeah, Ohio Bell.
Stop it. Who was working there?
This is before I got into the group. Everything was funk back in those days.
Okay.
You
Oh,
know,
wow, that's
instant funk. They
that's a
had a
great
group.
story.
They had all kinds of funk, Funketeers. Everything was funk.
So tell us on the Midnight Hour radio show, who is some of the artists that like y'all can remember y'all might have toured with, or even before y'all started the band or as y'all started it, I know y'all worked with Philip Bailey.
Yeah.
And the height of his career, man, that must have been amazing right there.
Well, Marvin Gaye started us off for a week.
Okay.
And he was going through the lawsuit with the Gordy. He married Barry's sister.
Anna's sister.
Yeah, Anna, right.
Okay.
So he was, well, I remember one thing about him, he was drinking a lot of lemon water. He was fasting, and he was kind of weak. And he said, guys, I love you guys. Before he stopped working with us, he mentioned that I was sort of the catalyst to the group because I was basically the primary songwriter, principal songwriter. Ed was the arranger, arranged all the horns and stuff. So before he left, he blessed me with that. It was a blessing, but a curse at the same time because certain other members in the group did not like that at all.
So have you written for other artists as well, or do you do just Dazz Band stuff? Cleveland, Kinsman Dazz.
I write for other artists and I produce
Was there
also.
anything that we know?
Not particularly.
Okay.
I sold songs.
Okay.
So you wouldn't see my name on them, but I did
right.
that to feed my kids
Of
for
course.
a few years. Yeah.
Of course, that's good money.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
It's
Right.
We'll talk about the songs one day because every time I mention the songs, I say,
So let's bring y'all dancer. Tell us about
y'all-
y'all dancer here, Dazzle. Tell us about.
Yes,
Come
man.
on the
That's what I
mic,
wanna know. I
Dazzle.
wanna
We
know
want to
what-
hear about all that.
what kind of dancing Dazzle
stuff.
doing.
Oh, man.
Well, I do them all.
You-
I do modern.
A beast.
I do modern. I do a little African. I do
Jazz and that.
yeah, stick a little of that in there, and then old school because I grew up here in Cleveland. So
Okay.
you know the twist, the bump, and
Muscle and all that. You be doing the muscle out there?
The
I
chick.
Earl Flynn. Do you do the Earl Flynn?
Oh, yeah, we do that
that
on
one, the
yeah,
football, yeah.
Oh,
so,
yeah,
you know,
one of those
And I
good
kind of mix and match. You know, I kind of do them all together because I get bored of doing one thing.
Cabbage
at a
patching and
time.
stuff.
So you got all these
I don't
different.
do that.
Good.
The ones that look funny.
So you got all these different names. You got the crutch, the accident,
Cool, though. That's good.
the landslide, the pool drowning. You got all them names.
Oh yeah, the funky chicken. I gotta figure out how to
See
get
what I'm
that one
saying?
in there.
That's
And
all
the
I
mashed
was-
potatoes.
Yes,
I was
I do
right.
the mashed potatoes.
Oh, do you?
We love
Alright,
food.
okay.
We love food. Do some more. Make up some more dance with food. And,
But that's what's up because you
yeah,
know
make
you
up the
bring
yams.
you bring the whole dancing with the
Yeah.
time with the
The
music and it's
African
just
and
like I know it's
everything.
just a big party for
Oh,
real.
yeah.
Yes, it is.
I know it
Definitely
is.
for me, and I know, especially when I do. I made up one.
Okay.
I call it Joystick 2013.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's you
That
gonna show
one.
us?
Yeah. Well, it's like you know.
You gotta put
hold
joystick
two
on.
hands together,
Uh-huh.
and then you just. You're playing a video game.
Oh, funny. All right.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you're really playing a video, and then I get
Okay.
into it like I'm actually playing a video game.
Yeah.
And this time I did it with my glasses on, but usually I do it and I look at people.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Yeah.
just
That's
watch
really cool.
everybody.
Yeah, she's awesome.
So you guys just had a performance just
Yes, we
just
did.
today, was it?
Yesterday.
Okay, why don't you tell the listeners where you guys were performing today?
We were at 138th and St. Clair.
Well, sort of like
Yeah,
we were
festival.
the
Was it
corner of my
festival?
old street, Ida Rose and Hayden, where Hayden and St. Clair meet.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was something good for the community over there
Yes,
because they
it
just
was.
had
I
that,
grew up
you
in
know,
that community.
that big mess with those three,
Yes.
bodies in that they
Right.
found. So that's a blessing.
Oh, it was
that you
wonderful.
guys
I grew
came
up
and gave
there.
back
Yeah.
like that.
So
Yeah.
let's talk
That's
about the
really
labels. Y'all been signed to Motown, RCA Records.
20th century.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with that being said, which is basically Universal Music Group and a lot of it now, but like, what was that like switching labels and how did that inspire y'all music? Let's talk about maybe.
Or did it hinder it?
You answer that, Ed.
I don't think, like by the time the first label was 20th Century Records, and that's where we did the album with Philip Bailey, and I think I really liked that period, and that was the beginning,
Yeah.
and that was the jump off point, and that was those were good days. I really felt good those days.
Yeah.
Y'all should see him smiling, y'all.
Yeah. We were all friends.
You ain't saying why you smiling.
That's what
We can imagine. Said that was a jump off.
the
That
jump.
was the jump off. I mean, we really jumped off here. I mean, we jumped out of Cleveland.
We were
went
still
to
friends.
LA,
Well,
But
Well, I
everybody
can
liked each
understand
other. We
that.
were friends. We loved each other then.
Right. Those were good days.
Yeah, yeah.
By the time we got to Motown, things were kind of splitting a little bit.
Head started swelling.
Yes, head swelling
And
well, really, it started with 20th Century. Because,
yeah.
like
My name
things-
was on too many songs. His name was on too many songs, and the leader had to do something about that. So It's like it was like the way the Republicans are doing Obama. It's like, okay, we know this is the law, but we'll create a new law to get rid of this because we hate you. And that's what the bottom line is. It has nothing to do with politics. It has to do with I hate you.
Okay, so what you're saying is David Ruffin was part of y'all group.
I was about to say, right?
Yeah, the leader was. Yeah. But he really wasn't the leader. Some guy just took over. He was a dictator like Hussein. He just said, I'm taking this. And he took it. And a couple guys, one guy committed suicide behind it. The other guy died, broke because the guy took his money. I mean, it's awesome. And it's all documented. And it's like at least 20 other musicians that came and left this group that knows the story.
That's real talk.
They all. One of them is by the name of Jerry Bell. He's Archie Bell's brother. And
is that right?
Yeah, and he did a movie with Eddie Griffiths called Body Weapon, and he was a member. He did an album with the Dazz, Wild and Free. Really? And if I got this man on the phone, we're gonna come back and do part 2 of this.
Oh yeah.
For sure, we want y'all to.
We want y'all
to. Shut the front door, man.
Identity theft, everything. Just taking songs off of names off of songs and not mention. As a matter of fact, he came into I had my family and friends at the Luke Easter Park, and they came to see. They know there was 2 different bands now. It's Kinsman Dazz Band and the Dazz Band. Right, so Bobby Harris took a second to. I want to thank all the members of the group, and he mentioned everyone except for Ed and myself. Just left us out. And in the bios that are written, we weren't in the group, ever. Now, David Ruffin was a bad guy. He's depicted as being a bad guy and all that, but he was still a human being. Right. And they still mentioned that he was in the group.
Absolutely.
We weren't. We're written off the pages of all the bios.
That's amazing.
Yeah, this man and mine. But we're still on the record. I still get checks, but this guy just does whatever he can to just totally just like wipe us off.
So you all are the Kinsman Dazz Band, and they are the Dazz Band.
Dazz Band. But we own the name Kinsman Dazz. You cannot copyright the name band. Band cannot be copyrighted.
Exactly. I have to say this, but it's a sad thing in a lot of ways because, us as fans that don't know the inside story until you say something, it kind of hurts us because we put in our heart and soul through our money to buy your music.
And you don't know
all
the story.
Of you guys' music.
You don't know the story.
Exactly. But so when we buying all of you guys' music, we're looking at all of you guys as a connection to each other that made this music. And now when we hear these stories, it's like, oh my God, really?
Thank God for Unsung. See?
Exactly.
Shows like that, people get to see it. It started with Behind the Music.
That's right.
But Unsung took it over and took it into a black thing, and it just had more. It's like it's more of it's a culture thing, but it's also we can relate to it. The average person can relate to it because it's smaller.
It's the history of our
and it's not all the huge groups. It's little small groups, and the bands that were basically just created. They're grassroots.
And a lot of the sounds come from those bands back
back
then. Right now, those are the sounds that we're listening to, and our children and everybody else. They're thinking that this stuff is new, but come on, I can give you 4 different songs that beat came from when I was coming up.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They just mixed it up.
Something my man just said. He said that we all buy these records and we don't know what's going on. But the thing about it is, 99% of every musician, big or small, in Cleveland knows the story.
Right.
They know it.
Right.
They say, oh, man, let me tell you what happened. They have maybe a different version.
Right.
But they know who the culprit was. Everyone knows.
Yeah, and the key word is all the musicians know.
Right.
But again, with the fans,
the fans,
we don't know because we're more interested in listening to you guys singing.
Exactly.
And bringing us the music.
Exactly.
Because they're more familiar with the band as a whole, and so they have a hard time separating the two.
Exactly.
They're like, we know the Dazz Band, we know this and that. If you thought about it, you really do know Kinsman Dazz.
Right.
I might as well forget about Love
You.
Right.
When You Needed Roses.
Right.
It's a lot of the big songs that you know.
Knock Knock.
This man
Catching Up on Love.
Absolutely.
He wrote this.
Understood.
He did the horns.
Catching up. We got that. Let's play that. We got that.
Yeah, he did all the horns. I wrote the music.
But you know what?
To
They're going to come back on.
Yeah, we're going old school next time, y'all. Oh, yeah.
That's a perfect example. That song.
Yes.
Bobby took the credit from him for he did all the horns and I did all the music.
Beautiful
Our names
song.
are not on the record. Nowhere. Just took us.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So in a case like that, what do you do? I mean, as an artist, what do you do?
You can go for the lawsuit and hold things up and everything, but we just didn't. We just
let the truth show up and just
and we could do it again. To show that we can do it again. We got new songs, new ideas.
I think
and you got new people now.
Yeah,
and you
that's
got
how you do it.
You got something added to it now. So
What's new, real quick? We got about 4 minutes.
Well, let me
left.
say this real quick. There's something that I love about the hip hop culture. Something that was said, and it was said. Damian Dash. I noticed he was like boasting and bragging. He had a show on TV where he was acting like he was Donald Trump and stuff. Then he made a statement. He said, "Yeah, I made Jay-Z." And Jay-Z said in one of his records, he said, "Well, if you made me, make another Jay-Z."
Is that right?
We're still waiting.
Man,
we're still waiting. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So there you go.
That'll shut you down.
Yeah, so we got a new Kinsman Dazz band, and we're going to get even bigger with the help of the lovers that love our music.
Oh,
we're
yeah.
the original.
That's right. Absolutely. That's where the sound came from. It's right here.
Yeah.
And what we say, we let the music talk for us.
Exactly.
That's right.
Anna Reddy.
And you
That's
did.
our publicist there.
You did. You sure did. You sure did.
She said that with a straight face,
about
y'all.
2 minutes.
Face.
We got about 2 minutes left with this part of the interview. I want this to be part one.
Yeah.
Midnight Hour Radio Show with the Kinsman Dazz Band live. Real quick before y'all go, in honor of George Duke, did y'all ever come across him anywhere?
He may have.
I never came across George Duke. I wish I had. He's a great musician.
Yeah, he worked with Philip Bailey a lot.
Yeah.
That's the closest. We heard stories about him, but I never worked with him. Never.
You did say that.
I never worked with him.
Okay. Well, what would y'all like to say to Cleveland, America, Europe about the Kinsman Dazz Band in this last 2 minutes we got?
We feel blessed that we were able to put the name Kinsman on the map as far as being a neighborhood and a street in Cleveland. Before they associated with Amish, because they use that word like kinfolk, kinsmen.
Okay.
Right. And one of the reasons we took the name off is because Motown thought we were the Kinsman Dance Band. And so
oh Lord.
So to leave the confusion out, we just broke it down to Dazz Band.
Well, y'all definitely was dancers.
Then when we became the Dazz Band, it became dancers.
Okay.
When we were the Kinsman Dazz, we were musicians.
Right.
We were like a horn band, like Chicago,
That's
Black
when
Chicago.
The music was good.
Right, the music was real and good, and Ed
good.
Meyer was at the helm.
Okay, yes, you did a wonderful job, Mr. Meyer.
Sure did.
Thank you very much.
I mean,
And I'm looking forward to some more of that good stuff.
Well,
that's our way of getting, if you want to say getting back. It's not getting back. It's just reorganizing.
Hey, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. We're looking for redemption.
There you go.
Amen.
That's real.
well,
talk.
let's get y'all back on the.
ever had. Okay, good.
No, go ahead.
Redemption song. Where I'm gonna say, where I'm do, where I'm go. Me go eat some curry, go that thing. Yes, I are.
That's right. I'm a Bob Marley fan.
My daddy from Trinidad, Port of Spain. Yes, I am.
All right now.
We're wrapping this interview up with the Kinsman Dazz Band on the Midnight Hour Radio Show, man. I wish we had more time to talk to y'all, but we want to invite y'all back to tell the rest of the story and bring some of that old music that made y'all so famous, and they still play today around the world 24/7.
It's the real.
No, I still play it.
And we want you to why don't you tell your fans how they can get in touch with you? If you got you're on Twitter, Facebook.
It's Anna Redding. Anna.
Oh my God, we are on everything. We are on Facebook, Kinsman Dazz Band. We are on Twitter, KDB_1978. Oh my God,
Was that the year that it started?
Yes, 1978. Yeah. That was the first album. Yeah.
I was just a baby.
Don't make me feel old, please.
I'm just joking.
That was
I'm so
good.
close around the corner.
But a lot of social media sites you can find us on, but definitely Facebook is a big one. So you can Facebook us at Kinsman Dazz Band. We do have a fan page, 900-something people and growing.
That's right.
Good job.
Thanks to Anna Redding.
All right, well, thanks. Let's give a shout out to the Kinsman Dazz Band, Anna Redding, Dazzle Day the singer, and the lady who inspired his song Just Because. And shout out.
That's what I'm talking about.
Dance.
Right. Edward.
Thank you,
Shout
guys.
out
You
to
guys
you,
are
too.
down. You guys are real. I didn't hear the young lady talk too much over there.
Rocky Thunder.
Rocky Thunder. Where's the thunder, baby? Give us some lightning or something.
I'm sorry.
Are you a performer?
You cool.
somewhere?
We'll do it next time when you guys come back.
I can't be a publicist and not publicize this. There's going to be a R&B Hall of Fame induction ceremony. This is the inaugural. So this is the first R&B Hall of Fame induction ceremony. It's going to be Saturday, August 17th from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. And I'm happy to say that actually 2 of my bosses, Lynn Tolliver Jr., formerly of WJMO, 1490, and 93.1 FM WZAK is being inducted.
Oh,
and then my other mentor and boss and friend and what I have other fine names for him is being inducted. Kinsman Dazz / the Dazz Band is being inducted into the R&B Hall of Fame.
Well, congratulations to you all.
Congratulations.
I need to ask you guys a question.
Go ahead.
Someone said to me, I don't know if there was a compliment or insult, but he says that he said I had a perfect face for the radio.
Oh, Lord.
It's true.
Okay.
It's true.
Well, look, hey, thank y'all for coming. The Kinsman Dazz Band.
Thank you very much.
All right.
All right, man.
The Midnight Hour Radio Show.
On that note.
You are now listening to the Midnight Hour Radio Show on News Talk 1490 WERE.